Okay, Judy, here's our 3D rendering of your house, starting off with the kitchen, obviously looking in plan view, looking straight down. Here's your island. This is all to size and scale, and inside the island, this space here is all hollow. Once I go to 3D view, we can't see that. You knew you were going to have a big empty spot in there. And these walls are all to size and scale. So starting, let's see, where should we start? Let's start on this left side here with your pantry. And then there are a few limitations to the cabinet program. So you'll see this is open here. This would be open, and this is open with lighting, an arched rail. So this is an exposed interior. It's wood on the inside and stained to match. The exterior, this is a big panel on the left and right. I know this is a little undecided with that column here as far as what we're going to do, but I believe I pulled this off about a foot from the wall there, the corner. There's a door or a drawer underneath. This is a door, second door, so 4 doors, crown molding all the way to the top, across the top of all of this, and then this is just adjustable shelving, or we could put rollouts in there if you wanted. And this is panelized on the side. So this is the European style. There's no face frame. So the sides of the cabinets are going to match the fronts. And in the book and in the quote, I quoted you out with a select alder material, and it was the Napa door. It was a mitered door, the Napa style, which had a raised panel and some applied molding. I thought it would look nice for that. I know we're still deciding what to do with that. Your fridge, again, cabinet program limitation. There's panels on this, and you don't want any of the metal showing. Our little cabinet in between the fridge cabinet and this corner cabinet. I know in your sketch you had columns here, but I just, if this budget works, we can fine tune it. I just don't see the room to put those big columns left and right of the fridge, because this fridge is 42 inches. Again, exposed interior, appliance garage. So all of this would have to be set after the granite, because this is all going to sit on top. Appliance garage here for your plates. This is a white melamine interior, glass on top. This is glass that would come all the way down. So there'd be a little wall here where there'd be 2 separate cabinets. There'd be a little cabinet sitting on top of this one, meaning the inside of this does not go all the way through. Mirroring the same thing on this side. This is open on the top here, panelized on the right side. And on this side here, it's just a slab, which is a blank slab of material. Obviously, as the countertop butts into it, and your oven and microwave here. So I know you, in your sketch, you wanted to try to center up the sink and the oven. And if we want to keep 42 inches from countertop to countertop, or from this fridge leg to here, unless we take the sink, if I hold it like this, it's in wire mode. So this is our sink cabinet here. Here, let's just go to wire mode for this part. So we can see our sink cabinet is not lined up with your cooktop. Unless we take the sink cabinet and make it off center on the island, the only way to get that lined up is to do that. But I don't really think having these off center is going to be a big deal, meaning the sink isn't centered up with the stove. I think it's more important that the hood is centered up on this wall as it is. So these upper cabinets, you can see, have they're evenly flanked, but on the base it's not quite as even. The base cabinets just stick out further than the uppers, so we have to give someplace. In the quote, there's a couple different sketches for the hood. Obviously the hood's included for me doing some type of rough work, a corbel, 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 corbel. There's 4 large corbels. I know in the sketch you had some here, but that's going to burn up a ton of space, taking up most of those corners. Glass doors here, adjustable shelving on the back side where the granite would overhang here. What else is there? There's a trash rollout. There's a Lazy Susan in the corner. I know this would be notched out for the cooktop. Some type of columns, decorative pieces here. That's what these are left blank for. So here's the kitchen. We can look at this from the front. This is if your back is to the range or to the cooktop, looking at the island. This will be your trash rollout here. All right, moving to the laundry room. Let's see here, sorry. We walk in this door here, your washer dryer. There's a window here. This is your laundry sink. Upper cabinets. These are, I think, 42 inches tall, crown molding. I could not remember if you wanted these stained or white, but I quoted these out. Everything's the same throughout. Now that I say that, I think you wanted everything the same throughout the house. So this matches the kitchen. Our floor to ceiling cabinet. Here, this is such a tight room looking at it with 3D. Let me go to elevation view. This cabinet we can lock. This is quoted where this door would lock and be compartmentalized for your regulations that you have. A hamper, and then we can change this to drawers or vice versa. Upper cabinets, crown molding. Laundry room. There we have there. Master. Floor to ceiling, a his and hers, vanity, 3-drawer stack in the middle. Open exposed interior here and here with crown molding. This would be a slab panel on the side. This is 21 inches deep, so these would stick out about 23, so the granite would die into the side of it and wouldn't stick out past the cabinet. Fireplace. I know in your sketch you had 2 doors, keeping these 48 wide, but 2 doors just didn't look good. I know sketching, it's not to scale, but just imagine this here, it'd just be 2 perfectly square doors, which does not look good, at least for me anyways. This is panelized, meaning it would be that same style as the door going all the way up. There's another mantle that would be here, but it's just a limitation with the program putting 2 wall cabinets on top of one another. It won't let me do it. But you would have this here. This is 18 deep. I believe this comes out 21. So again, the granite dies into the side. Corbels. You know what, I did not. There would be corbels here on top in your sketch. This is all stained. Adjustable shelving. Crown molding. The sides of this are slab, and we'd have to pay close attention to code with the fireplace as far as combustibles, how close the wood can be. And again, this would be another one that I would just have to put the bases and the columns in, and then come back and put this stuff in after the granite goes on. Hall bath. This guy here. Again, this is a tight room, so I'm going to give you the 3D. Well, this will work here. 2 sinks, drawer stack in the middle, the Johns in the corner here, so the side of this cabinet is panelized. And our linen cabinet here, your tub would be here. I think it's what you said, is this would be a short wall with a tub in between, and then this would be panelized on this side. Crown molding across the top. Oops. Okay, here's elevation view of the vanity. Pretty straightforward. And then the other side of the room, right here. It doesn't show these walls when it's on elevation view. It's just one wall at a time. So this space here is 18 inches wide. And the last is the office or desk space. Drawer stack, we can do some hanging files in here. We would have to make this drawer a little bit taller, and then 2 utility drawers. This would be a big drawer here. This would be panelized on this left side just to balance the 2 out. I assumed you would want stone on top of this. So under here and here are panelized. And you wanted an arched top. And we can do that with these if, let me zoom in a little bit. So door construction or door parts. This is a style and a rail. If we wanted to do an arched top, that's doable. With the crown molding, that gets just outrageously expensive. And what I've done in the past, if we just take this rail and start down here and just bring one big arch, that would go all the way across all 3 of these to give this that look. And these are quoted with glass doors, glass shelves, an exposed interior, and then crown molding, just a straight piece of crown molding across the top. The bottom of these are finished. And in the kitchen, there's light rail that's on the bottom to give room to put under cabinet lighting. So that's what we have so far. If this fits within the budget, great. And we can keep fine-tuning and moving forward. Obviously, we'll have to spend quite a bit of time together to dial all this in with all the bells and whistles that you want on this. But if you have any changes or additions or take things away, please let me know. Thank you.